Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm getting this camera adjusted and we're getting ready to go live here on the K1 Visa channel. Your K1 Visa channel belongs to you. This is your channel to help you get your K1 Visa for free. Well, not exactly totally for free because you got to pay immigration their $535 application fee as of February 26th, 2024. But that price is going up on April 1st, 2024, where you're going to have to pay more money to get your K1 visa and more money to get your green card and pay more money for your spousal visa. But right now, this is the channel that we put together for you while I was in Bogota, Colombia. And it was Karina, my beautiful prometita's idea. She's actually my wife, not my prometida. I keep saying that. I'm so used to saying that. We got married on January 14th, 2024 in Navarre, on Navarre Beach in Santa Rosa County, Florida, after a 22-month wait for Karina to get her K1 visa put in her Venezuelan passport. Karina's from Venezuela, and she relocated to Bogota, Colombia for almost 6 years. And then we dated for a long time, and then I filed her K1 visa in April of 2022, and here she is. My wife, Mrs. Diego. How about that? Elliot, hi Diego and Karina. Hope all is well. Everything is fantastic. And Camille one, hello Diego and Karina from Boston. How are you doing today? ¿Cómo estás? We are Karina's bien. Yo muy bien. Karina's excelente. We're good. It's 65 degrees, clear weather today, no rain. And we love this climate. But by the time the summer gets here, Karina's going to learn what it's like to experience a hot Florida summer. So I'm just keeping my mouth shut, but she knows it's going to be hot. Elliot, we finally got our visa appointment April 30th in Bogota. April's closed out pretty much. Good job though. Thanks for everything. Couldn't do it without you, Elliot. We're glad to help you. Karina went to the scary visa interview in Bogota, Colombia, and it wasn't so bad. And she got her K1 visa. Now, when you go to the embassy interview in Bogota, Colombia, don't forget, bring all your documents, certified copies of divorce decrees, original I-134 signed by you, Mr. Sponsor, a blown-up copy of your passport, Mr. Sponsor, so American citizenship is proven. Your beneficiary from Colombia must bring her passport, her birth certificate. It doesn't have to be. You don't have to translate any documents into English, okay? For the U.S. Embassy interview in Bogota, Colombia, you don't have to translate any documents into English for the U.S. Embassy interview in the Dominican Republic. Okay, so congratulations on getting that done, Elliot. Let me see. Amadreza Kedar. Love from California. Well, I know the weather in California is good. The California weather is probably the best in the whole country. But that's it. That's all I can say. Ren S. Has anybody had any luck with getting an interview date for Ghana, Accra, U.S. Embassy recently? And Madresa, we just booked an appointment for our marriage with LA City. Now remember this, Madresa, you're getting married in Los Angeles. It's going to take maybe 6 to 8 weeks to get your marriage certificate back. Okay? So if you get married in Los Angeles, you can do two ways. You can get married privately and have all your documents sealed, or you can get married with a public record. It's up to you. But it takes a long time for you to get your marriage certificate back to you so you can file for your green card. Okay? Just giving you fair warning about California. Besides high taxes and zero, what is it? They're not allowing gasoline-powered cars anymore. You cannot weed whack your yard with a gasoline-powered weed whacker. You cannot use a gasoline-powered lawnmower. Everything's got to be on a battery. And it takes forever to get a marriage certificate back from the clerk of the court in Los Angeles County. Just trying to help you, man. Intrinsic, I'm not getting an appointment, please. What's wrong? Can you call the embassy to schedule my appointment for me? I can't do that. You have to schedule it. Ren S, as embassies, they couldn't give me a straight answer to when it or if they will post my available appointments in 2024. But they did say they will recharge me my visa fee for $265 after a year, even if there's no interview. Your visa fee is good for 12 months in their fiscal year. So you got to keep looking to look for an open date to schedule your visa interview before the 1 year passes. And you got to maintain contact with the embassy. You got to keep in touch with the embassy or they will close out your visa account. Very important. Jason Mabry, there's to Ren S. No luck yet. Waiting on Ghana. Carlos Maldonado. Hello, Diego and Karina. My fiance got approved today at the Bogota embassy after the scary visa interview. Now we have to wait 2 to 4 weeks to go pick up the visa. 2 to 4 weeks. It doesn't take 2 to 4 weeks to pick up a K1 visa from Bogota. It takes a week to 10 days. Who told you 2 to 4 weeks? I mean, unless the embassy's totally whacked out busy. I mean, they could be maxed out up to here busy. But it shouldn't take that long, 4 weeks to get your K1 visa and your passport. No, that's crazy. 10 days. Let me see here. Ren S. Jason, how long have you been waiting? David B. Hi, Diego. We received our K1 visa interview appointment from Juarez, Ciudad Juarez, Mexico. But when I copy the link to set everything up, it says it's not ready yet. Should I send an inquiry to the embassy? Send an inquiry to the embassy. Okay, you got to maintain contact with the embassy, okay? Maintain contact to keep your K1 visa active. Ren S, nobody wants to help over there apart from telling me to check. All I do is 3 times a day. That's all you can do, Ren S, is keep looking. One day you're going to pop up and see an appointment available and you're going to get it. Tina, hello, Diego. What's up, Tina? How is everybody? How's Tina's family? How's Tina? Hitchum, still not NOA2, been a year now. I'm losing patience. I don't think it would hurt to submit a case inquiry. Go ahead. Go ahead and send a case inquiry. Ask them. But send it to USCIS. Andressa, what should I do? Can I ask for my wife's Social Security at least before receiving the certificate? Can I get my certificate faster? What certificate? What are we talking about now? What should I do? Can I ask for my wife's Social Security at least before receiving the certificate? I don't understand your question. Ren S, it's been over a year and they didn't try to help your case, Jason. I'm shocked that Ghana does this to us. They do it to everybody. Ghana is a bad embassy in regards to processing times right now. You can always get your U.S. senator to get involved. Step in there. You American citizens pay these politicians lots of money, lots and lots and lots of money to do probably nothing, hardly, to get them to work. Rambling Man, Kayadan, look at that super chat, man. Thank you. I'm just checking in. There's still no welcome letter from the Manila embassy, but my SIAC has been in ready status since the 1st of February. It's been 25 days, waiting and waiting. I'm thinking in the next week, in the next few days, you'll be hearing from the U.S. Embassy in Manila in the Philippines. Rambling Man, you should have heard something. 3 to 4 weeks is probably the max you're going to wait from the Philippines. They work pretty efficiently. Carlos Maldonado, the consular officer told me my fiance is 2 to 4 weeks to pick up the visa today. Probably they are very busy, but I'm hoping to notify us ASAP. Give it 10 days. 10 days. Carlos, listen to me. Escucha me. In about 10 days, you'll get the pickup. You get the issued status in about 10 days. Not 4 weeks. Okay? Nadi Olisa. Hi, Diego. Hi, Karina. I watched your video about getting citizenship. Do I file for citizenship after 3 years of a stay in the U.S.? You file for U.S. citizenship 3 months before your 3 year has completed from the issue date on your temporary green card, on your probationary green card. So you get your 2 year green card. right? It's good for 2 years. You lift the conditions off your 2-year green card and get a 10-year green card. And then once you get your 10-year green card, 3 years from the issue date on your 2-year green card, which is going to carry over to your 10-year green card, then you apply for U.S. citizenship. 3 months before the 36 months. So about the 33-month mark, you can apply. Okay? And you got to pay the fee, fill out the form N400, and make sure you have tons of evidence for your U.S. citizenship application that you guys are in a good relationship, strong relationship. Ren S, what if I change my job again by the time of my interview? You can change your job. No worries. Immigration don't care where. If you're the beneficiary, are you in Ghana? Ren S, do you live in Ghana? U.S. immigration couldn't care less where you work. They don't care. You can change jobs if you want. Jason Maybury, Ghana is so slow, but it took about 6 months just for the police certificate. That's not good at all. It took 15 minutes for Karina to get her police certificate from Colombia. It took 20 minutes to get her police certificate from Venezuela. Ren S, but my I-134 shows my old job. Ren S, you don't fill out the I-134. The sponsor does. Ren S, if you are the beneficiary living in Ghana, you do not fill out the I-134. Okay? Your sponsor fills out the I-134. Your sponsor is responsible for you financially, not you. So if you are in Ghana, if you're the beneficiary in Ghana, okay, if you're the beneficiary in Ghana, or you're the sponsor, okay, well, if you are the sponsor, then if you change jobs, you can do that, and then you fill out a new I-134 and send it to your beneficiary. You got to fill out a new I-134, sign it, and date it. The original, if you're the sponsor, okay? Tina, we received an RFE, okay, for my husband's I-485. It's discouraging. What was the RFE for, Tina? Why did you get an RFE for? And I can try to help you. I'll try to help you fix it. What was the RFE? You got to explain what happened. Hitchum, all it says is name has been updated February 28th, 2023, and NOA1 is February 2023. So I think it's best I submit a case inquiry. You can do it. See what happens. Tina, he has to redo his medical again, and we look for a civil surgeon around the area. I've been telling everybody this. I've been telling everybody and telling everybody, you got to submit a current I-693 medical exam with your green card application, including vaccinations. Some immigration officers accept just the vaccinations. Some immigration officers want to see a new medical exam. So if you listen to my advice, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, when you get to the United States of America on your K-1 visa, get married, redo your medical exam with a civil surgeon authorized by the U.S. State Department to conduct medical exams. The civil surgeon will put the medical exam in a sealed envelope, sign it, and date it, and seal it, and include that in your adjustment of status paperwork. I took Karina to Pensacola, got her a brand new medical exam. The doctor was very nice, signed her I-693, recertified her vaccinations. Everything's good. Put it in a sealed envelope, sealed it and signed it and dated it, and it's in Karina's green card application. So I know I'm not going to get an RFE on her medical exam because we got a whole new one. We did a brand new one. And I paid the $165, whatever it was, something like that. I'd rather pay the money than get an RFE. But hang in there, okay? And let me see here. Hang in there on that RFE. You've got it. You can get it done. Tina, he has to do his medical exam again. No worries. He has to redo it because you didn't include it in the adjustment of status paperwork. And they want to see it. Online, I found the senator of Texas, but they want me to sign a release. Sign the release. The senator, who's your senator in Texas? Who is it? Sign a release. You got to give your senator permission to handle your case with immigration. Amadreza, was it Ted Cruz? Senator Ted Cruz, I believe. Amadreza, I'm getting married in Los Angeles City. I was asking if I can ask my wife's social security card before receiving the marriage certificate. You have to apply for the social security card at the Social Security Administration. Ren S, what can this senator do for me at this point? He can call the embassy in Ghana and say, what the heck's going on with you guys? Why are you not processing K-1 visa interviews? That's what he can do. He makes $175,000 a year for working 6 weeks out of the year, and we pay him his salary out of our taxes. Put him to work. Get him to work. Get him to work for you on this case. Hanged ear. I am just curious. Why would they need a copy of my beneficiary's passport profile page if she's already has her actual passport with her? Because they want a copy of it. When immigration says they want something, you give it to them. Okay? You don't ask why. Don't ask why. Just give it to them. Okay? They need a copy of your beneficiary's passport profile page. They wanted a copy of Karina's biographic page of her passport. And they already have her actual passport at the embassy, but they're going to give it back. They give it back to you. They give it to your beneficiary. Then she gets on a plane with it. They need a copy of it so they can scan it and put it in their computer in the embassy. I'm the petitioner. I live in Texas. Well, it's a good place to live, Texas. You got a good place. It's a good place to live. Other than property taxes. The property taxes in Texas are horrible. But everything else I like about Texas. Ren S, I may quit my current job very soon. Okay, if you're going to quit your job, Ren S, make sure you submit a new I-134 to your beneficiary in Ghana with your updated information. It's all good. But I would do that when you have scheduled the visa interview. Don't do it until you schedule the visa interview. Jason, I had my senator try to help, but didn't get anywhere. You got to get on. You got to keep on them. If you let them get away with that, Jason, then your tax money is going to waste. You got to keep on them. Okay, hold them to accountable. Hold them accountable for their job. Make them do something. Make them do their job. Ren S, Jason, have you ever seen anything about from there's no available appointments whenever you log into SEAC? Carlos, 10 days. Got it. Yeah, 10 days, Carlos, on your K-1 visa for Bogota. 10 days. I figured 10 days. Let me know if I'm right. Okay? Let me know if I'm right. They told Karina it's going to take 3 months to get her Interpol police certificate. She got it in 3 weeks. Okay? Ghana seems to be a headache. That's correct. Ghana's a headache right now. And you got to get somebody to help you. I've been there twice in 2023. Wow, nice. And I've been seeing things get done the straight way and the unique way. But this interview time slot availability is a joke. Why don't you make another trip to Ghana, set an appointment? You're an American citizen. Go to Ghana for a vacation. Set an appointment in between jobs. You know, when you're in between jobs, set an appointment. Go to the U.S. Embassy in Ghana and ask them, why are they not processing K-1 visa interviews? Why are they so slow? Get face to face with them. See what happens. It's just an idea. You might got to schedule it in person. Give it a shot. So what's the worst thing that can happen? You got more evidence for your green card application. Jason Mabry, moving to Florida soon. Maybe Marco Rubio will help more. Marco Rubio is fantastic with immigration. Marco Rubio, I know Marco Rubio, Senator Rubio, since he was knee-high to a grasshopper. I've known him for 20 plus years. Okay, before he was even a senator. Okay, I knew Marco Rubio when he was making coffee for state legislators in the Florida legislature. He's a good guy, and he will definitely help you with your K-1 visa if you have problems. He'll get on it right away. Okay, he's got a good team, and I can say that because I know the guy. Let me see here. Snapbacks Bratton. Hey, Diego, for the I-134, does the petitioner and the joint sponsor fill out two separate I-134s? Yes. And also, do you have any what? I don't understand. Do you have any video showing how to fill out? I made a video on how to fill out the new I-134. Well, that's the old I-134, but the only thing that changed was the date. The only thing that changed was the edition date. The I-134 didn't change. They just keep changing edition dates and expiration dates. So if you watch my video, Snapbacks, on how to fill out the I-134, it's exactly the same way to fill out the old version is the same as the new version. The only thing is, on the new version, the date changed. If you require a joint sponsor, the joint sponsor must fill out the Declaration of Financial Support, the I-134, and also the sponsor. Even if your income is not quite there, don't worry, it's okay. You still have to fill out an I-134. Sign it and date it. Sponsor and joint sponsor. When you get to the United States of America and you file for your green card, the joint sponsor has to fill out the I-864 affidavit of support, and the sponsor has to fill out the I-864 affidavit of support. Okay, both of you. Okay, you got that. Tell me you understand that. Francois Livingston, good evening, Diego and Karina. Sorry, I am late for class. Francois, you're not late for class. Nobody's ever late. This is your YouTube channel, belongs to you. Okay, I do it for you guys. Karina made up. It was her idea. We were in Villa de Leyva in the historic part of Colombia, Central Colombia. Karina said, "You got to do something. You can't be on vacation for a year." I said, "You're right. I can't be just doing nothing." So I started a YouTube channel years ago, a long time ago, about cooking. Then I changed it into a YouTube channel about exploring Colombia. And exploring Colombia I mean, who wants to know about exploring Colombia, right? Nobody really cares. So I changed it to K1 visas, immigration, spousal visas, green cards, and all that. And here we are. And here we are doing it. Right? And you're learning a lot, right? So snapbacks. Yes, I do have a video on how to fill out the I-134. And I made a short video telling people I was in Bogota, Colombia. It was like 10 o'clock at night, and the I-134 expiration date changed. So I made a quick video on my cell phone and posted it, telling everybody there's a new edition date. So you can use the old video I made, and it's still good. But just make sure you download the correct and most current edition date. The I-864, the affidavit of support, that form's changed. The form hasn't changed, but the expiration date has changed. The edition date's changed. Now it's good through 2026. Make sure when you file for your green card, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you use the correct, most current form. So before you go to UPS or FedEx or DHL to ship out a green card application, get your I-864, get the one you're going to send, get your adjustment of status paperwork, get your employment authorization document, and check the dates. Go to USCIS.gov/forms. Check the dates are current before you mail it. Because if you mail your green card application or your K1 visa application to the USCIS and you use an expired form, it's not the current form, they will send everything back to you with all these horrendous stamps all over. Ching, ching, ching. And they're going to stamp it. You're going to have to redo all the paperwork. Okay? So make sure before you okay, so let's suppose tomorrow you're going to, on the 29th of February, which is in 3 days, I'm going to mail Karina's green card application off to Chicago. On the 28th of February, I'm going to sit down on the computer and I'm going to double check the expiration dates and the edition dates on all of the forms that are in Karina's green card application to make sure they're current. You know, that's what I'm going to do. And that's what you guys should do. And I'm going to salute to that super chat. Thanks for that super chat. Because Karina, she likes going to Hardy. She likes these Karina likes these big breakfasts. The breakfast platters, I guess you call them, from Hardee's. Okay, let me see. Karina's telling me which questions I've missed and which questions I need to start with. So she's in control. Look at that. Okay. See. Okay. Yo entiendo. Yo hablo usted. Renes, considering all this mess of Ghana's embassy, do you think I should even mail out my documents to my fiance in Ghana, or just wait until I actually get an interview? Wait till you get the interview, because the documents could expire. It's okay. The forms could expire. So just wait until you schedule an interview. I spoke with the customer service representative today twice. Unfortunately, Ghana hasn't been posting any interview slots for K1s, period. Chris Foley, Diego, I've done everything, can't pay my visa fee until I get the appointment in Bogota. Everything's maxed out. Chris Foley, the U.S. Embassy in Bogota is maxed out. I think even April's maxed out. I don't think you're going to be able to get an appointment in Bogota, Colombia till May. But keep looking, because you might get an appointment open up. Somebody might cancel, schedule, reschedule. You know, something happens, family emergency, they got to reschedule it. So keep looking, and you might luck out and get you an appointment earlier. But you can't pay the fee till you, that's right. Jason, to Ren S, no appointments available every day. And you checking in travel docs. Spin B. Did I pronounce that right? Spin B. I hope I didn't mispronounce that. Hello, Diego. I asked about military, etc. in your live streams. So I received my yellow packet and passport today. Everything good to go. And I got a plane ticket for March 8th. Question coming. My yellow packet came with a 1-inch hole in it. Is that a problem for the CBP officer? No, it's not. As long as you didn't make the hole. You didn't make the hole, it's no problem. You're good. If you made the hole, then it's a problem. Ren S, I'm really sorry to know your name. You're in the same boat as me, Jason. And Ren S, can't afford it. I haven't seen my love since May. Okay, I understand. When you schedule the visa interview, Ren S, jump on a plane, bring all the documents to your beneficiary, to Ghana, okay? And you will schedule a visa interview. You will do that. You will get an interview. They're processing visas. But once you get the visa interview scheduled, get on a plane, go to Ghana, and bring all the documents with you, and bring back your beneficiary, accompany your beneficiary with you on the plane from Ghana to the United States to make life easier at the Border Patrol when you do the Border Patrol entry point. David Rubio. Hello, Diego. How have you been? David, we're good. We're good. Peanut, right? Do you ever see that comedian who does Peanut? I can't remember his name. Let me see. Rambling Man Kaidan. When I send my bank statements for the affidavit of support, can I white out everything but deposit? You can white out the only thing you can white out on your bank statements are the account numbers. Nothing else. Okay? You can't. No, you got to leave everything open. So when I gave Karina my bank statements for her embassy interview in Bogota, all I did was white out the account numbers. That's it. So they could see what I was buying in Colombia. They could see what I was buying in Florida. They knew that I was at Viva La Pizza in Bogota. They knew I was eating baby beef at Nene's Pizza. They knew I was eating hamburgers at Home Burgers in Bogota. They could see it because it's on my bank statement. Bank statement came to my phone. I printed it in Colombia. What I did was I got some whited out the account numbers. They don't need to know the account numbers, but they want to see what the heck it is you're doing on your bank accounts. Okay, you got that. Rambling Man. Jason Mabry. Hey, Diego, I landed my new job in Venice, Florida. Okay, very nice. Venice, Florida is very nice. Congratulations. Let us know how it goes. Good job. Renes, if only I could go to Ghana again and take my fiance away from there. Each time I've gone, the airport staff says, take him with you. You can take him anywhere but the United States, Renes. Why don't you relocate him to another country? Relocate them somewhere else where the embassies are actually processing visas. You know, see if you can get a residency in Colombia. Then you can get them a K1 visa in the next, 6 months, 5 months, maybe sooner. Jason is talking to Ren S. As you probably know, the only thing fast in Ghana is excuses. Well, that's at the embassy, right? Jonathan Bolton, wondering how long it takes for the Liberian embassy to schedule spousal visa interviews. So you're in an IR1, CL1 spousal visa, probably take about 3 months, Jonathan, in the Liberian embassy. David Petch, hey Diego, I was skipped twice on the chat. Really? I didn't see it. I didn't see your questions. But even if I exceeded the poverty guidelines, should I list my house and property as assets? If you can, if you want to, it's up to you. But if your income is way above the minimum federal income requirements, you don't have to. But you can if you want. It will help strengthen your I-134, and it will help strengthen your affidavit of support when you get to the green card level. It's up to you. It's not mandatory, but it's an option. Frazak, hi Diego, I need some advice. This is the channel to be. This question may be long and in several parts. I quit my job mid-2022, having made about 44 grand. I made 85,000 in 2021. I quit my job for several reasons. I had what? Carry on with your question. Okay, keep with it. What else? What's the question? Spen B, I never flew before. I think I fear the heights too much. Hopefully I won't have a heart attack on a plane. Spen B, you're scared of flying. Come on. It's like driving in a car. Okay? It's not like you're on a balcony on the like in Copatria Terra in Colombia. I went up to the top of Copatria Terra in Bogota, Colombia with my beautiful Karina. And she's out there with the videos, making videos, 1,000 feet up in the air, whatever it is. Probably an exaggeration. I couldn't go near the balcony. I'm like, man, I can't go close to it. But I can fly in a plane at 34,000 feet. You don't even know you're there. Go to sleep. Take a relaxer and sleep. Don't be scared of flying. It's safer than driving on the interstate. David Petch, if I do, so do I need an appraisal or get an estimate? You can get your own appraisal done on your house online. Go to Zillow.com. Go to Zillow.com, look for address. Type in the address where you live of your house, and it will give you an appraisal. Print it. Immigration will accept that. Okay? Okay, got it? Go to Zillow.com, get an appraisal. And then you've got to prove house ownership. So go to your county property appraiser's office or go online to your property appraiser's office, call up your plat number, your name and address, and it will show that you are the owner of the house. If you're making a house payment, no big deal. It shows you that you're the owner of the house. Print that. Put the Zillow appraisal with the property appraiser's proof of ownership, and you're good. How about that? I just saved you a bunch of money there, right? Jonathan Bolton, well, we got documentally qualified in December, so maybe we'll get a date sometime in March. Yeah, you went to so you had to upload all the documents to the National Visa Center. And then you had to wait for the National Visa Center to documentally qualify you. Now the National Visa Center will schedule the visa interview for you because you're on a spousal visa. What country are we talking about, Jonathan? David, thank you so much. No problem, David. Tina, Diego, they are also asking more supporting documents of our marriage. One of it is a lease agreement. We don't have that since we're living with other people. What should we do? Get the people you live with to write an affidavit to say you live with them. Okay? Get an affidavit from the people you live with, have them sign it and date it, and address it to immigration, and they will testify. They will testify. That's a legal document that will testify that you live with these folks. Okay? So one of them is a lease agreement. Get those people to write an affidavit to say you live with people. Got it? That's good enough. And whoever the landlord is this an apartment that you live in with somebody? get the landlord to write an affidavit to say you live here. All right? Or whoever it is you're living with. Fazak, an old dog for 15 years who was dying and wanted to spend more time with him. I also have an 86-year-old uncle 700 miles away whose wife died of cancer and would travel up to take care of him. And also, I understand. David Rubio, I finally scheduled the visa interview for next month for my fiance in Colombia, Bogota. What does she take to the biometrics? The confirmation page of the DS-160 and her passport, her Colombian passport. When you go to the biometrics, you got to have the DS-160 and the Colombian passport, unexpired Colombian passport. Jason Mabry, Tina, I added my fiance to my lease, although she is not here. It's doable. There you go. Juan Cruz. Hey, Diego, we just got married. K1, congratulations. Can I get the social security number with just the marriage certificate? No, you got to have the I-94, the marriage certificate, a copy of her K1 visa, and her passport. I just included it in the package. In order to get her social security number, your beneficiary, you go to the Social Security Administration, okay, with the I-94. You can get that on the Arrival Departure Border Patrol website. Get the I-94, copy of the K1 visa, photocopy of it, original passport, marriage certificate, and bring her birth certificate too. And you'll get a social security number. And you said I should just include it in the package. You could have Homeland Security contact the Social Security Administration and process your beneficiary, your new wife's social security number. If you want to have Homeland Security do it, they'll do it for you. But you got to check the 2 boxes that you give them permission. Spend me after all these months of visa lessons from you, from me. Okay. Okay. Let me see here. Now I got to take bravery lessons for the plane. The first plane ride I ever took, I was like, how old? I think I was like 10 years old when I flew my first plane ride, and I flew by myself. To the island of Malta to stay with my mom and dad's friends. I flew on my own. Chris Foley, Diego, thank you. You have been very helpful with my visa journey. Just waiting for the interview. Can my fiance have to get her biometrics in Bogota? Yes, she has to have it in Bogota. Can't do it in Medellin. Got to do it in Bogota. There's a place you go to get it, to do it. And it's close to where you pick up the K1 visa. You pick up the K1 visa here, and you do the biometrics here, and in between it's like a shopping center, and then you can go eat a nice breakfast at Crepes and Waffles. Is that the name? Mm-hmm. It's good, right there in the shopping center. Fazak visited my fiance to meet the 2-year meeting each other criteria. My problem now is I'm 65 and struggling to get a job, something I've never had a problem with before. Believe our discrimination. Could be. And well, I don't know. Do something. See if you can find something, or if not, get a joint sponsor if you need one. You should be getting Social Security if you want. Go claim that. You earned it. It's your money. The government seems to think it's their money, but it's your money that you paid into. It's your money, Social Security. And don't let the government tell you that it's their money. It's not. It belongs to you. You've been paying into it for years, right? Jonathan Bolton, waiting for the spousal interview in Monrovia. Okay, Monrovia, Liberia. Take about 3 months. But the MVC is going to schedule it for you because you're on a spousal visa. Fazak, will I have a paid-for home worth over $400,000 and about $70,000 cash? Cash is king with immigration, but I am very private and believe I need a co-sponsor. 2 friends and I have asked. Our guests are scared of providing the info. Well, if you put your $70,000 cash in your bank account and put $400,000 of your house value, that's $470,000 plus your income that you have. That will be it. I am pretty sure that will be fine. That will help cover you. I'm not guaranteeing it, but But that 70,000 cash will be definitely what immigration will be looking at, not so much your house. Thomas, I'm having a nightmare getting my wife added to a utility bill. Why? Apparently, the utility people wanted her added to my mortgage. Well, add it to your mortgage. Can't add it to my mortgage until she's added to the homeowner's insurance. Finally got her added to the homeowner's insurance, and now waiting on the mortgage company to add her, then the utility company. Boom, boom, boom. You got it done though, right? You're just, mad because you couldn't get it done within 2 minutes. You got to be patient. Guy Trainer, hello. Hope all is well. How long is the I-131 taking? Well, I don't know. I'm not going to file an I-131 because we're filing for a green card application, and I don't sell the I-130 or the I-131. The I-131. Oh, okay. I don't know. I have no idea how long it's taking on that. I'm not really tracking that. One Cruise, thanks. No problem, One Cruise. Thomas Farrell, and finally, I can submit the change of status. There you go. You can do it, but do it before April 1st. Okay? Fazak, required taxes, bank statements, etc. So I'm seriously stressing out, sleep 2 hours a night, worrying about the qualifying for my fiance when everything else is fine. With 70 grand, a $400,000 house, you're going to be perfectly fine. Should I postpone the interview? No. Keep going. You're good. You qualified. You're good. Keep going. Intrinsic. Hello, Diego. Please help me with the questions. I'll help you, Intrinsic. Ask me the questions. Does the embassy have a new scheduling site? Which embassy? What is a K1 immigrant visa or non-immigrant visa? Let me explain to you the difference between an immigrant and non-immigrant visa with the K1. Should I click on 221G? No, don't do that. When you schedule the visa interview for a K1 visa, you're going to click on the immigrant visa section. Technically, it's a non-immigrant visa. That's why you fill out an I-134 Declaration of Financial Support. That's why you only have to meet 100% of the minimum income requirements. So technically, it's a non-immigrant visa. But you're going to click on the immigrant visa section and look for K1. Then you're going to process what you got to process. When you get to the United States of America, it becomes an immigrant visa because you're adjusting status to legal permanent residence. Then you have to make 125% minimum income. Okay? So at the embassy level, you got to meet 100% because it's technically a non-immigrant visa, but it's treated as an immigrant visa for administrative processing. Don't even touch the 221G button. Don't go there. Bud Garcia, hello, Diego and Karina from Washington State. And Fazak, your last words relieve my stress. I'm terrified of letting my loved one down. No, you're good. Your income and your bank statements are going to cover you. Your house value and your cash in your bank is very powerful. Cash is more powerful than the $70,000 cash is more powerful than the $400,000 house. But you got to prove that you own the house, that you don't have a mortgage on it. Okay, you got to prove that, and you can do that by getting an appraisal done on Zillow.com. Now they don't pay me to say that. I'm a real estate agent. I just know what I'm talking about. I am certified. I have a state license in Florida to tell you this. Go to Zillow. And that will give you an estimated appraisal. And then go to your property appraiser's website and get the proof of your home ownership because you pay property taxes on your house, right? There's going to be proof of your evidence that you live and own the house there. Print that. That's got to be included. Let me see here. So Fazak, relax, okay? Tina, we live in a house, Diego. The problem there is the landlord doesn't want to sign the letter attesting that we live there. Why not? If I provide other supporting documents like title, car, credit card, would that help? No, immigration's asking for a lease agreement. Get the people that you live with to write an affidavit of support saying that you live where you live at this address and that you pay and contribute to the household of paying for the rent or whatever it is you do. The people you live with can write affidavits of support and testify where you live. Okay, if the landlord won't do it, that doesn't make any sense. Why he won't do that? You know, that doesn't make any sense at all. So have the people you live with sign an affidavit of support. And then putting your name on the titles of the car, you can do. That's very important. Your credit card, you got to be joint account. If you have a bank statement, you have a joint account with each other. Your bank statement should show that you live at the same address as your sponsor. When I got my last bank statement in the mail, it said my name was here, and then Karina's name was here, and this is our address, which was evidence that she lives here. Plus, I've got her on the gas bill, the trash bill, the water bill, the sewage bill. And the reason I didn't file the green card earlier is because I'm waiting for these bills to come in. And then I'm putting them in the green card application. Tino, that be okay aside from the lease agreement? Yeah, it will be fine, perfectly fine. But you got to print your bank statements showing that you live together on the same house. You got to get the people you live with, who are your roommates, I guess, to sign letters of affidavit, attesting that you live there. Okay, get your mom or dad or friends or brother or somebody to write a letter to you at that address. Then use that as evidence that you live there. Address it to you, but to both of you. Valu, I like that. Valu, man, that's a cool name. I can't find my NOA 1 letter for the interview. Don't worry about it. Forget about it. I have the NOA 2 and literally everything else. Then you're good to go. I just can't find the NOA 1 letter. Don't worry about it. Will we be okay for our visa interview? Thanks, Diego. You're the man. You're going to be perfectly fine without your NOA 1 letter. Just don't lose your NOA 2 letter. You got to have your NOA 2 letter for your green card application, for the embassy interview. All right? Don't lose the NOA 2 letter. The NOA 1 letter, don't worry about it. You're good. So did that ease your worry there? Are you relaxing now? Valu, are you calm? Guy Trainer, I meant the I-130. How long is that taking? The I-130, 2 to 3 months. Vanessa Robles, hi Diego and Karina. I am going to file the adjustment of status concurrently with the EAD. File them together. Why are you doing it? You can't file adjustment of status online. You got to mail it. After filing them online, I have to send all the documents in the mail. You don't file your green card application, adjustment of status online. You mail it to the lockbox. And what is the fee? I made a video about it on all this stuff. It's $1,125 for the green card application, including the biometrics. But you can't file for your green card online. I've never heard of it, such a thing, unless they change something that I don't know about, and I'm pretty sure you can't do that. Jason Mabry, hey, Ren S, where in Texas are you? I'm in Fort Worth. Fort Worth. Fazak, I own over 20 grand worth of gold and silver as my emergency insurance. Put that down also, but get it appraised. You're going to have to get that gold appraised by somebody. David Rubio, Diego, is the K1 FTP the same DS260 confirmation for biometrics? A DS260 is for a spousal visa. A DS160 is for the K1 visa. The K1 FTP is the welcome letter from the MVC. It's got nothing to do with confirmation of biometrics. Nothing at all. Bud Garcia, I got a reply from the MVC and they are saying another 45 days. This is making me sad. Bud Garcia, you got a response. Why are you sad? Now you have a time frame. Now you have a time frame. I was in Colombia and Karina went to her K1 visa interview November 16th. I was planning to buy plane tickets for November 30th and come home. I couldn't. We had a 221G administrative hold for a Interpol police certificate. Now, here's the thing, guys. When you get your K1 visa appointment, don't buy any plane tickets. Don't buy plane tickets until you have the K1 visa in your hand. Here's your passport. Here's the K1 visa, and you check to make sure there's no typos or mistakes in the name. That's when you buy the plane tickets for your beneficiary to come home. But Bud, relax. 45 days? That's nothing. That's nothing in immigration time. Red S, Jason, I'm in Plano, Texas. Okay. Fazak, I sent in my house title in initial application. You're good, Fazak. Relax. And Ren says he's not far from Jason. And excuses roll in Ghana for sure. I'm going to have to go to Ghana for a vacation with Karina when she's an American citizen. I want to check out Ghana, find out what's going on there. How long do the red lights stay on for? Like an hour and a half before it turns to green? What's going on in Ghana? Jason Mabry. Nice, Renes. When our fiancés are finally here, we should meet up. There you go. Jason, my fiancé is in Kumasi. Kumasi, did I say that right? Renes, also, how you got to pay extra just to get normal stuff done on time. Look at it as an investment in your family. I had to spend an extra 5 weeks in Colombia because of an Interpol police certificate. I had to pay rent, internet, water, gas, food for another month and plus another week. I'm like, seriously, hang in there, guys. Renes, I'm losing my last shred of hope. No, don't do that. Ghana, don't let the U.S. Embassy. Ghana hasn't ruined your spirit. There's nothing wrong with Ghana. Ghana is a fantastic country. It's the U.S. Embassy that's the problem, not Ghana. It's the U.S. Embassy. Okay, hang in there. All right. I literally just told my lawyer how Ghana U.S. Embassy is doing us. Yeah, it's the embassy. Fazak, Diego, when I get a job or get my fiance over here, I promise I will send you a big Mountain Dew cash pile. God bless my friend. You don't have to do that, Fazak. You're good. But you need to relax. You need to go to bed, relax, sleep, and be cool. But you got to get an appraisal done on your gold and your precious metals. You got to get that appraised, okay, by a certified appraiser, and have all that ready to go. You got to go to the property appraiser's website, print the proof of ownership of your $400,000 house. You got to do all that, and then you got to show proof of your 70 grand in the bank with your bank statements, and you're good. Let's see. And Fazak wants to send me a big Mountain Dew cash pile. You're good, Fazak. Hang in there. Jason Mabry, you're right, Renes. The airport in Accra charged me $40 to keep my cologne or wanted me to give it to them. Scammers at a lot of places. $40 to keep your cologne. What the heck was that? What's going on there? Francois Livingston, Diego, don't carry cologne in your bag when you fly to Ghana. Francois, I'm sorry I'm laughing, but that's ridiculous. Francois Livingston, Diego, on top of my work paycheck, I'd get a monthly annuity income from the federal government for whom my ex used to work. Do you think they would give me a summary of the income I get annually? Do you claim it on your taxes? Are you taxed on that annuity? When it comes in, when you fill out your tax return on your 1040, do you include that annuity on your tax return and pay federal taxes on it? If you do, that will cover you. And by the way, guys, I'm not an immigration attorney, and I don't give you any legal advice or financial advice. Okay, I don't work for USCIS. I'm a 9-year veteran of this K1 visa nightmare, guys. Okay, so and Karina, my beautiful wife here, is my technical expert, and she keeps this website, whatever it is you call it, the live stream, running for me. Francois, so I can submit to USCIS when the time comes. Okay, you don't submit anything else to USCIS, Francois. You've already filed your K1 visa. You wait for your NOA2 letter, and then that information, the extra information you just mentioned, you include it in your green card application for your beneficiary. There's nothing you can do with USCIS right now. Okay? Just wait. Tina, my mom lives in another state, Diego. Okay. But if I ask her to compose a letter attesting that me and my husband both live in our address with my landlord's name, is it okay? I'm very concerned about this. There's got to be an affidavit. It's got to be an affidavit, not a letter, an affidavit. And it's got to be notarized. What state do you live in? Every state has their own rules for affidavits. In an affidavit, you got to specifically write something in a specific way so that it's a legal document. So find out what the rules are for the state that your mom lives in, and have her write a letter of affidavit stating where you live and that you live there, and then that will be fine. And then have her, and then make her, or not make her, ask her to write you a letter where you live and include that in your evidence. It's, you got mail to where you live with your name on it. Include that. Get 5 people from 5 of your friends to all write you letters from 5 different places with your address on it, where you live, and your name on it. Do that. Include that. Relax, Tina. That's what you got to do. Guy trainer, really, the I-130 has taken less than 6 months. I looked at USCIS, it says 9 to 14, and then Guy trainer, I don't pay no attention to what the MVC website says, what USCIS website says. I don't pay attention to it because it's not correct. David Rubio, what letter do I need again for the biometrics? You need the confirmation page from the DS-160. Are you in a spousal visa or are you in a K-1 visa? David Rubio, if you are in a K-1 visa, you got to print the confirmation page of the DS-160, and that goes to the biometrics. If you are in a spousal visa, you print the copy of the DS-260, and that goes in the biometrics interview with the passport. Got it? Did you hear me? Jason, no red lights in Ghana, no traffic laws either. Okay, Jason, I got you. And I took Karina I went to visit the city of Jay in northern Florida, near the Escambia County. They got one red light there, one red light in the city of Jay. And Karina loved it there. It was calm, it was quiet. She got to look at all of the cotton that they're growing there. Fantastic. Let me see here. Ren S, congrats to your new job, Jason. Same here, Jason Mabry. Thanks, Ren S. Have you learned what is Twi? Is that a language? Bud Garcia, it's been 4 months already. The MVC should have had it. I should be doing my interview by now. You are right, Bud Garcia, but you're not. So you got to put your feet up on the desk and wait. Okay? Be strong. It's not much time. Francois, yes, it is claimed in my taxes. Okay. Then did you get a 1099 for that annuity? Did you get a 1099 when you filled out your tax? When you did your 1040, you got a 1099 with the income from that annuity, right? Answer that question for me, Francois. Jonathan Bolton, when you fly into Liberia, make sure your valuables are only on your carry-on bag. That's a good point. That's like any country, pretty much. Boom 2. What? Look at that name, Karina. Boom 2. Look at that. I did my medical on 19/1/2024, and it is 2/26/2024. What do I do? K1 fiance. I paid for the fee for the visa. What do you mean? What do? You did your medical exam? Karina had her medical exam, and the next day they gave it to her in a sealed envelope. They said, "Here you go. Here's your medical exam." What country are you in? David Rubio, K1. I paid the fee for the visa in the letter with the date for the biometrics and interview. So it's K1. So it's a DS-160. So you print the DS-160 confirmation page, print 3 or 4 copies of it, and bring that document to the biometrics with your beneficiary's passport. You got it? Jason, Twi is pronounced Chi. Okay, well then what's Chi pronounced? If Chi is Twi, what's Chi? Native language of Ghana. Very nice. Francois Livingston. Yes, I did get the document you just mentioned. Okay, so you got a 1099. Okay, which you then added that income to your 1040. Write a letter and state this is income from an annuity, although it should say stated on the 1099. And that's all you need. You're good, Francois. You got it covered. Boom, 2, Jamaica. There's been a lot of people in Jamaica getting a lot of issues with the doctor, the civil surgeon in Kingston, Jamaica, causing people a lot of headaches and a lot of grief. If you have had your medical exam and the embassy has not yet received it from the doctor's office, you need to go to the doctor's office in Jamaica and tell them, I want my medical exam in my hand at the latest tomorrow, and then you can hand deliver it to the embassy. So you did your visa interview January 8th, 2024. Okay, cool. So they're just waiting on the medical exam from the Kingston. Go to the doctor's office in Kingston where the medical exam was and tell them, what are you doing? Why are you sitting on my medical exam? They're waiting for it. Get in their face. David Rubio, thank you, Diego. David, you got it. No problem. And Ren S, Galan Peps are kind, but the U.S. Embassy isn't handling their customer services skills. All right. All right. Well, it seems like Ghana is like the bad apple. What do we got? 190 plus countries in the world with 190 plus embassies and consulates. And Ghana seems to be the problem child right now. Right? We don't have any problems with Mumbai, India. We don't have any problems in Manila. In the Philippines. We don't have any problems in Bogota. We don't have any problems in Rio de Janeiro, London, England. Now in London, if you're the sponsor and you fly all the way to England to accompany your beneficiary back to the United States of America, you are not allowed into the K1 visa interview at the U.S. Embassy in London. Francois Livingston, thank you so much. No problem, Francois. Yeah, just type up a little note on the explain what the 1099 is, and that will cover it. And that will be included in your green card application for your beneficiary. Ren S, I was able to get my tweezers and a lot of chocolate in my carry-on bag in May 2023. Your tweezers and chocolate. You just said the word chocolate. Whenever I went to Dollar City with Karina in Bogota, we go to Dollar City. I used to raid the chocolate stand. I mean, my hand would go in there. I wouldn't take one. I mean, I just scoop them all out. The Toblerone. And people in line behind me were looking at me like, man, this guy's crazy. And then I start talking to Karina in American, and they're like, here's the gringo. But I took my hand and I just scoop I take all of the Toblerone. And then I eat it over the next couple of weeks. Buy in bulk, like I'm at Sam's Club. Francois Livingston, is Abu Dhabi processing K1 visas? Yes, they are. Are they moving like a snail? No, they're not. Jason Mabry, the people of Ghana are amazing, but at the government level, they are incompetent. Okay, well, that's like the U.S. government. That's like every government. It seems like all governments around the world are just slow, lazy, and incompetent. Just my opinion. From my experience, especially the U.S. government, especially in the Congress right now. Okay, Ren S. The police couldn't believe I was okay with my fiance because he said we looked too happy together as he was doing a road check. What do you mean doing a road check? What the heck is that all about? A road check. You can't drive unmolested in Ghana without some police officer pulling you over? I'm serious. If I'm in Ghana driving and a police officer pulls me over, I'm just going to sit there and I'm not going to say a word. I want to shut my mouth and just look at the windshield. And then I'll wait there until he gets really upset. And then I'm going to say, have I committed a crime? Have I committed a crime? And he's going to say no. And I'm going to say, then why are you pulling me over? What's the purpose? In the United States of America, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you are walking on a public sidewalk and a police officer asks to see your ID, you don't have to comply with that because you are walking on a public sidewalk and you haven't done anything wrong. It's called the Fourth Amendment to the U.S. Constitution, and your documents are protected. Okay? There you go. A little lesson in the Constitution for our new beneficiaries coming to America. When you come to America, You can drive unmolested, but they do have DUI or DWI checkpoints, and they do have checkpoints at close to Border Patrol. Okay, like in New Mexico, Arizona, in New Mexico and Arizona, they have Border Patrol checkpoints. Technically, they're unconstitutional if you're an American citizen, okay, and you're driving on an American highway with an American driver's license, and you're a U.S. citizen. The Border Patrol has no right to pull you over and ask to check your citizenship status. They can't. They have no constitutional right. But you know, it is what it is. Jason Mabry, taking chocolate to Ghana is like taking sand to the beach. Ghana is known for their chocolate. We were in Villa de Leyva. We found the chocolate museum and the chocolate factory. Karina was in there all day. I tell you, chocolate is awesome in Colombia also. Let me see. Andrea Ortega. Andrea. Karina's sister-in-law. Buenas noches. Saludos desde Bogotá. Andrea, ¿cómo estás? Baby Paula. ¿Dónde, Baby Paula? ¿Dónde hay ella?
Aquí.
¿Dónde? Te extraño muchísimo, Baby Paula, ella y tu familia. Francois Livingston, you should run for office. You would get things done for the people. You know, Francois Livingston, I ran for county commissioner about 4 or 5 years ago, and I didn't win the election because the people still want to keep doing things the same old stupid way of doing things. I'm the conservative independent, and I guess, you know, I gave them an opportunity. I didn't win the election. And then everybody was calling me up like a year later, asking me to run for election again. I said, Paxan, you had one chance. Well, this guy's horrible. He's doing this, he's doing this, he's doing that. I said, you voted for him. My name was on the ballot. Why didn't you vote for me? Well, we didn't know you. Well, you know me now, right? Oh, yeah, we made a mistake. Can you run again? No, I am not going to do that again. But I am for the people. You are right, Francois, and I do get things done. Jason, yes, the police stopped me while in a taxi in Ghana, wanted my money. Luckily, the driver drove off. Seriously, that's not good. Rennes, they have street lights, but in Ghana, you got to drive like the wind. K Messenger, greetings, the purpose, greetings to purpose. Y saludos, Karina Diego, gracias, K Messenger. Hope all is well. All is good here in Mexico. Standing by for our next steps. Yeah, you're going to make a border crossing into California, right? You're going to drive from Mexico into San Diego. Make sure you get an I-94. Make sure, because you're making a land crossing. You are not making a commercial flight, and you're not arriving by sea. You're not arriving by commercial airliner. You're arriving by a land crossing. So make sure you get your I-94 from the Border Patrol officer. Right there, he'll print it for you. Make sure you get it. Rennes, they have stops. They have street lights in Ghana, and they have street lights. Well, I hope so. In Texas, we drive like a bat out of wherever. And Twi is one of Ghana's languages, but it's Chi, right? It's not Twi, it's Chi. It's Chow Chi, whatever. But Ghana is a beautiful country. Jason Mabry, when speaking to my fiance family in Chi, they laugh so hard. Guess my Texan accent is too much. Well, I can't speak. I try to speak Spanish. It took me 2 years to learn basic Spanish. And then Karina keeps correcting me on stuff, and I'm glad. Like I say, nosotras or nosotros. And I got to make sure I don't mess it up. And then you got masculine words and feminine words. I got to make sure I don't mess that up. And then they put the words backwards. They don't say they don't say this is a black cat. They say this cat is black. It's backwards, you know. So that's okay. I learned a lot. And Karina says my Spanish is pretty good. Mi español no problema?
No, muy bien.
Oh, muy bien. Oh, muy bien. Ah. So I got it. I had to learn Spanish because in Colombia, they don't speak English. You got to learn the language if you live in Bogotá. And I was in Bogotá 2.5 years. And I was getting used to the sirens, and the car alarm's going off at 2 o'clock in the morning. and the sidewalk's packed with people, but that's okay. And Karina's getting mad at me, but it's memories. It's memories of Bogota. I love it in Bogota. I just couldn't do the altitude at 10,300 feet. I couldn't do it. But we did go to Montserrat, and we ate dinner in Montserrat a couple of times, and we ate lunch in Montserrat at the sanctuary. The restaurant, I can't remember the name of it, Adiris or something like that. But the food is good. Colombian food is good. Jason, I tell them I speak Obruni Chi. Okay. Well, I speak Colombian Spanish, apparently. Jin Ganesh, hi Diego. Hello to you and Karina. Does Karina understand everything in English? Poco. ¿Tú entiendes todo inglés?
No todo, pero mucho.
She understands a lot, but not everything. But she's getting there. We're watching videos every night now in English. And I try to find a video that has a Spanish subtitle so I can keep up with my Spanish. And Karina's learning English, and I'm keeping up with my Spanish. Because I don't speak Spanish here in Santa Rosa County. But Garcia, I just hope it goes faster than 45 days. 45 days is a second in immigration. It's like, you know, how far away is the nearest star to the Earth? What is it? 4 light years. Alpha Centauri is 4 light years. So if you travel at 186,000 miles per second for 4 years, you'll get to Alpha Centauri. All right. The speed of light is very slow. It's going to take 4 years at that speed. 45 days is like a minus nanosecond in the immigration timeline. And it's going to pass just like that. Okay? Bud, hang in there. Hang out with us here. Renes, my fiance, had tried to teach me Chi, but it's hard. I can imagine, because when you said Twi, I say Twi, it's not Twi, it's Chi. So the language is difficult. You know, Spanish is difficult for me because it's, you know, it just is. I can't pronounce half the words. But I'm getting there. I'm not going to lose my Spanish. I'm going to keep speaking Spanish. So come on, guys. I've been talking for 1 hour and 12 minutes. Get me started on some K1 visa questions, on some spousal visa, green card applications. Renes, I'm part Indian. Okay. So I made a deal with him. I'll teach him some of my language when he's here, and I'll do my best to learn Chi. What Native American tribe are you from, Renes? Because we have Native Americans here. Or are you Indian, part Indian from the country of India? Are you from the country of India? Your family's from India? Or are you Native American? Because we got Native Americans that live here. And they're nice people, I tell you. Real nice. Okay, guys. We're going to come back. Today's what? Lunes, Monday? I'll do a live stream tomorrow on Tuesday because I'm going to teach my brother how to do a live stream. My brother's got a YouTube channel about movies. He's a movie buff, okay? He's got 50,000 movies in his house. And he's like, you know, he just likes movies. So he started a YouTube channel, and tomorrow I'm going to teach him how to do a live stream. So he's going to be probably sitting over here somewhere quietly minding his own business while I show him how to do this. Renes, you ain't the only one, Jason. I have an accent when I speak in Chi and also my Indian language. So Renes, I'm thinking you're from India, right? Not Native American. Joel Adams, the Manila Embassy informed me the I-134 is not required but can be brought to help the interview. Yeah, so, okay. The U.S. ambassador at the U.S. Embassy in Manila is saying that they don't need the I-134, but then they're telling you to bring it. So they're saying they don't need it, but they're telling you to bring it. So what are you going to do? You're going to bring it, right? Jason is talking to Rand. It is difficult. They even type 3 in their text. Woo! What other languages puts numbers in words? No, not even the Egyptians did that back in the Pharaoh days. And yes, Ghana is beautiful. I'm going to take Karina to Ghana. I want to go check it out. When she's American. Chris Foley, one more question. If my I-129F expires before my interview, what next? Don't worry about it. You've already sent it. If you've already sent in your I-129F And at the time that you sent in your I-129F, it was current, but now 6 months later, a year later, it's expired, you're good to go. If you submit an I-129F today on an old expired form, it will be rejected by USCIS. Do you understand that? Fazak, tell your brother to watch the Finnish movie Sisu. It's dubbed in English. Okay, very good, Fazak. I'm going to watch it too. That sounds pretty interesting. Now, I can't speak Finnish, okay, but I know Finland right there has got probably the longest border in Europe with the Russian Federation, or one of them. And I think that's right. But Finland's a beautiful country, but it's cold. Renes, Ghana is truly a journey. We're going to go there. Kate Messenger, after you file for your green card application, what is your expectation on receiving Karina's green card? 4 months. I figure 3 to 4 months. I put together such a strong green card application with Karina. I figure 3 to 4 months. And we're just going to hang out and do the live streams and wait. We're going to put our feet up on the desk, and Karina's going to make her arepas for desayuno, and I'm going to eat them. And we're going to wait for the green card. 29th of February, 2024, the green card will be put in the mail, UPS. On the 28th of February, I'm going to review the K1 visa pack, the green card package, very, very slowly and very, very carefully to make sure there are no mistakes. K Messenger, thanks again for all your help. We are all blessed for your efforts. No problem, K Messenger. Ren S, I just took my finances, family, whenever. Furious Ram, hello Diego, wanted to update everyone. My fiance is here in New York City from Morocco. Thank you so much, Diego. Now that she's in New York City, how does she like paying $50 for a Big Mac at McDonald's? Is that how much it costs? I don't know. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding, Furious Ram. Whenever I visit, I smile because I can't understand one word of chi. Bahoo! Bahoo! I'm back, Diego. Okay. Julian ALO. Now, Julian, aren't you in Uganda? Julian. Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Ross. This is Julian from Africa, Uganda, Kampala. Diego. Still, I can't get an available appointment in Kenya, Nairobi, but I won't give up. I'll keep checking. That's the right answer. Julian ALO, I like your positivity. That's exactly the right answer. Ren S, I'm grateful for my trips. I got to see my fiance, but the way this embassy is handling cases sucks. It is. It's terrible. Furious Ram, LOL, he is loving it here in New York City, but he is not a fan of the cold. Well, I'm not a fan of the cold, and I'm not a fan of high taxes. That's why I live in Florida, because it's warm and we have low taxes. I'm going to take Karina to New York City for a vacation, okay, in the future, in the summer, in this one is hot, okay, and we're going to bring 5 days worth of packed lunches because I ain't paying $50 for a Big Mac because half of it is taxes. I'm not going to fund the New York City tax base as very little as possible. And they're not racist in Ghana, says Renes. Well, that's good. Bahoo, very nice. Come to New York. I will show you around, Diego. Okay. I love New York City. When I was in New York City, I think it was about, 15 years ago, I ate at Patsy's Italian Restaurant. Do you know where that's at? Patsy's Italian Restaurant. It was great. Renes, they accept everybody with open arms in Ghana. They do in Colombia. Anonymous artist, we're waiting for the case number. We waited the full 15 months for the NOA2. Well, that's unfortunate. You had to wait 15 months for your NOA2 letter. Anonymous artist, I'm sorry to hear that, but you got it, right? Now, don't panic, because I'm sure you read your NOA2 letter and it says it's good for 4 months. If you send an inquiry to the MVC and stay in contact with immigration, your NOA2 letter is automatically extended by the consular officer at the embassy. Renes, no, my dad's from India. My mom's white and Italian. That's cool. So your dad is from India and your mom is Italian. Now I lived in Sicily for 3 years, in that's a part of Italy, and I lived in Sardinia for 3 years, which is part of Italy. So I got 6 years of living in Italy under my belt. So I got kind of fond of ravioli and pasta and pizza. The Italian pizza in Sicily was fantastic, and also in La Maddalena. I lived in La Maddalena, Sardinia, a little island. The pizza was out of this world, guys. So let's not miss anybody. Furious Ram, hello Diego, asking for a friend of mine. She is on public assistance when she marries her fiance. Will that cause her fiance problem? Well, I don't know. It's the fiance. I don't know. Did she apply for a K1 visa? If you apply for a K1 visa and you're on public assistance, you'll get your K1 visa denied. Okay. If you get any kind of welfare, public assistance, and you apply for a K1 visa, it gets denied. You'd have to have a joint sponsor. So I don't fully understand your question, Furious Ram. She's on public assistance when she marries her fiance. I don't understand. Who's the fiance? Is he a beneficiary? Is he a sponsor? What is he? Annie Pursued. Good night, Mr. Diego and beautiful Karina. We have finally received our welcome letter. What is the next step? Congratulations on getting your welcome letter. Now you're going to wait for the in-transit and the ready status from the embassy in Guyana. And you guys are next to Venezuela. Okay? Guyana is here. Venezuela is here. Right? Am I correct? Is that right? So, go to sleep at night with one eye open, because you got to keep an eye on that Maduro guy in Venezuela, because he's trying to take your land. So you sleep like this. Okay? All right? Let me see here. So Jason, don't just smoke, or some people think tattoos are taboo, but no one said anything about my tattoos. Okay? Bahu, my wife is about to get her EAD card. I'm so happy for her. We're happy for her too. But the USCIS website says it will be here in 5 months. Is that right? No, it'll be there before 5 months. You'll probably get your green card in 5 months. Give it like 3 months. So relax on the EAD card, but it won't take that long. So Ren S says she's mixed race, and English is my only language. Okay. So what's the language of India? Is it in India? Is it Hindi? Is it Hindi? I think so. Ren S. No, Jason Maybury. When in Ghana, they treat me so well. Dub me white Jesus. Okay. Very good. Ren S. I lived in Pakistan for 15 years, so that's how I led to learn the Indian language. Okay, Pakistan. But my dad's side of the family never taught me how to speak in Indian language. I got you. Don't worry about it. Jason Maybury, I already spared that. And Behu, you got the last word. My wife is about to get her EAD card. I'm so happy for her. But USCIS website says her 5 months. Give it 3 months. Furious Ram, what paperwork do I need to submit for my fiance's green card? I used a co-sponsor. Well, I need a new pay stubs. You gotta get up-to-date pay stubs. I have Furious Ram. Google, go into the channel, Google Diego Ross adjustment of status. And all these videos will pop up. I made 3 videos on how to apply for a green card. Watch the videos. I could sit here for an hour telling you how to process a green card application. But if you watch the videos, you can watch it in your leisure time, and it will tell you how to do it. Jason Maybury, in Ghana, I go by Kofi, which means born on Friday. Friday, there you go, Kofi, born on Friday. Nacimos de Avienes. Nice. Renes, my fiance's family couldn't understand me, my race, so they called me the white lady. Okay. Well, there's nothing wrong with being the white lady. It's all good. Okay, guys, I'm hungry. Karina, tu tienes hambre? Karina's hungry. I'm hungry. I'm going to log off. I'll do another live stream tomorrow with my brother, so he can learn how to do this. So hopefully we'll see you all back tomorrow if you have time. Thanks for the super chat, guys. We appreciate the super chat. That's a Hardee's breakfast platter for Karina. She loves those breakfast platters at Hardee's. And I love them too. With the sausage, with the bacon. We tried the sausage, but I prefer the bacon. And Karina prefers the bacon. And thank you, Diego and Karina. Tina gets the last word. See you tomorrow, guys. 6 p.m.